Hello YouTube, welcome back to Axethunder. Cryptbeards probably 22, but we're not giving this one a number just to confuse things, just to make sure it's difficult to go through my material on YouTube. I mean, it's not really the reason I'm doing it, but it is the outcome. Anyway, where were we? Oh, I remember now. There's traders in the depot that we haven't traded with yet. We were going to leave them till next time to be a nice little surprise. And it looks like they're ready to go. So, let's begin with a little bit of tradeology. Now, our spiked wooden and copper balls are worth astronomical prices. And apparently we still haven't sold this armour here. That's a bit disappointing. I could have sworn we sold that last time, but maybe not. Yeah, so we've got these spiked copper balls. They're all worth a fortune. The bin's worth 20 grand. How many bins have we got? There's a 42 grand bin. Yikes. Nice. Good money. Anything more? Any more bins? Another weapon bin. 65 grand weapon bin. Holy shit, man. This one's 3,000. Barely worth anything. Why did we even bring it up? So, we could go and grab some precious metal bars. We could grab some iron bars. I think it's only one set of iron bars, though, which is a bit shit. But iron is kind of our bottleneck at the moment, so it makes sense to grab it. We'll pick it up. You know what? I know we haven't really got the room for them, but I'm going for all the bars. I feel like it's bar time. Let's pick them all up. Billion, trifle, pewter, whatever. Electrum, brass, silver bars, gold bars, wire. Okay, no, these are all the same. Oh, no, I don't want garnets. Gemstones, every time it does, they're just falling out of the walls. We don't need those. So, let's have a quick look here. More gems, very dull. We could buy some blocks, but we can make blocks. We can bang them out in no time. No point mucking around with them. Glass, again, a very similar situation. We can make whatever we want out of glass. No need to buy that. I mean, we could buy some sand, but we do have infinite sand in the fortress. It only has to be collected, so it's not really worth it. Clay, however, we don't really have, and it might be fun to start playing with clay, although have we got anywhere to put it? I don't know, maybe we'll wait for the next traders before we start buggering around with clay. We'll build the infrastructure. I mean, we've already got the infrastructure for clothes making and leather working. Are we using it? No, not really. We're turning all the leather into bags, and that's about as far as it goes. I don't really want any ropes. Water skins, I mean, we could again make water skins, not really a huge issue. Then again, let's grab them. Let's grab them. They're not expensive. They might be handy to have around if our dwarves need them. Flasks. Is there any difference between flasks and water skins? Ooh, musical instruments. Hello. Hello, Beros. Welcome to the stream. I'm a little bit far away from the monitor, actually. I might have to move that in a bit. But, yes. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully you won't be too put off by the fact that it's just going to be a black screen with text on it for a little while because we're trading. So, hello Claycree. Well, we will be playing with clay eventually. Oh, I see why that piqued your interest. We will be playing with clay eventually, but maybe not this time round. Like I said, we'll get the infrastructure in place and then, bosh, we'll work on it then. I've just noticed there is an earthenware anur for sale. I think we've seen the anur before, but I'm going to take a look at it anyway, just to make sure. Let's check it out. Hold on. Let's pause the swerver for a second. This is a musical instrument, of course. Deep breath. This is a well-crafted earthenware anur. The bowl is made from earthenware. The stick is made from silver. The anur is a huge stationary percussion instrument. It consists of a ceramic bowl. The musician scrapes the bowl with a metal stick. The instrument has a single mid-low pitch. The instrument has a heavy, watery timbre. Okay, that's good. Heavy and watery. So, heavy, mid-low pitch. So, it's got to be like you're scraping a metal stick on a ceramic bowl. So, it's going to be kind of a... No, that's too low. And that watery sound, got to have that watery sound in there. It says watery, heavy and watery. Maybe that's a little low and gravelly. I don't think that's really heavy and watery. We need to bring it up a bit. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that as the sound of this bowl. It's nice to start with a simple, single-note musical instrument rather than buggering around with these mad billion pipe organs. Good. A pecan wood zop. Okay, let's have a look at pecan wood zop. What's all that about? Pecan? I think it's pecan. Whatever. This one looks a little bit more complicated. This is a pecan wood zop. The body is made from pecan wood. Pecan wood? Piquant wood. The body is made from pecan wood. The strings are made from copper. The plectrum is made from green glass. The zop is a large, stationary, metal-stringed instrument with a wooden body. The instrument rests flat as the musician picks the 51 strings with a glass plectrum. Tuning is possible with adjustable bridges. The instrument has a 5-octave range, going from a very low to a high pitch. It has 4 registers. The low register has a vibrating, brittle timbre. The middle register begins at a low pitch and has a noisy, dull timbre. The high register begins at mid-low pitch and has a full, strained, crisp timbre. The top register begins at middle pitch and has a choppy, strong, piercing timbre. So, let's have a little look at what we've got here. I'm going to put the keyboard down for a second. It's only hampering my ability to mimic fictional instruments. And let's have a little look at our first little criteria. 5 octaves, well, I can't do that. 4 registers. Low register has a vibrating, brittle timbre. So it's got to be low. It's a plucked metal string with a glass plectrum. So I'm thinking it's going to have like a kind of a dung, maybe a kind of a metallic fuzz to it. Dung. This is difficult. I don't know. That fuzz is a bit too much. I think it's giving a little bit of the wrong impression on the instrument. It makes it sound very harsh. So we're going to go for more of a dung. No, it's too high. Dung. Actually, it's dull. Okay. Oh, that's the middle pitch. Sorry, I've got mixed up with my descriptions. Let's get a mouse pointer in here so I can actually see where I'm reading. Vibrating and brittle. So, no, how's it brittle? How does brittle sound? No, that doesn't sound right at all. No. Vibrating and brittle. These are difficult words. Not that they don't go together. We have had some instruments with strictly impossible descriptions. But this one, it should work. It should work. Vibrating, brittle, plucked string. Here we go. Doesn't sound brittle. That sounds too smooth. What's brittle about it? Why does that sound brittle? Excuse me. Brittle. So it's kind of maybe slapping against the fretboard or something. Put a little bit of click on it with the tongue. Okay, we spent long enough on the first one. This is too much. We've got to go on to the second one. Let's have a look. So, vibrating and brittle, done. Middle register begins at low pitch and has a noisy, dull timbre. So I'm thinking that's much easier. The high register begins at a mid-low pitch and has a full, strained, crisp timbre. So, sort of full, strained, and crisp. Okay, how do we work these? How do these words translate into sound? Strained, so crisp. That's just short to me. So and then full. Okay, maybe it's not the most musical sound in the world, but I think it will do for now. The top register begins at a middle pitch and has a choppy, strong, piercing timbre. So choppy goes ding 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 ding. Sorry. Let's come out of this musical instrument. I think we've explored it as deeply as we can. I don't think there's much more to find there. How about an earthenware omet, which I believe is another new musical instrument? Are these humans or dwarves? These are humans, I think, from from that place. Let's have a little look and see what they brought this time. This is a well-crafted earthenware omet. The frame is made from earthenware. The body is made from walnut wood. The strings are made from hemp. The plectrum is made from bronze. The omet is a large, stationary, cloth-stringed instrument with a ceramic frame and a wooden body. The strings are suspended from the frame down to the body, and the musician picks the 33 main strings with a metal plectrum. 10 drone strings are occasionally plucked. Tuning is accomplished by pegs. The instrument has a nearly 5-octave range, going from an extremely low to a mid-high pitch. The instrument has a graceful, brittle, piercing timbre. So the thing here is it says it starts extremely low and then goes to mid-high pitch, but across the range it is brittle and piercing, which are words that I associate with the high end, not the low end. which is so, this is going to be difficult. And graceful, so it's cloth stringed. Are they plucked? They're picked with a metal plectrum. So the metal instruments should have like a harsher sound, I think, and this cloth one should be more dum, graceful, dum 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 dum. But that's not brittle. That's again fairly smooth, and it's green sleeves as well. Dum dum, brittle and piercing, brittle, piercing. So brittle to me feels like the note should cut off early, so it's kind of like a dum 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 dum. But that's not piercing. How does it pierce? How does it? Maybe that's like a sharp staccato. Maybe piercing is like boom boom. So it's like ding 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 ding. Sorry, Demon Blast, I apologise. This happens quite often, but it'll be over soon. You've folded that laundry. Get it nice and folded. Be good. I think we've seen the Strusslot before. I'm pretty sure the name Strusslot struck me as fairly rude sounding. So let's just take a quick look at it and make sure. Yeah, it's the huge stone hall. Let's take a look here. We've got a Tithra. An Alder Tithra. That sounds like something out of the Dark Crystal. Maybe I'll try and play the Dark Crystal soundtrack on it. This is an Alder Tithra. The blowpipe is made from ibex bone. The wind chest is made from alder. The pipe is made from limonite. On the item is a well-designed image of blue jays in score. The Tithra is a mid-sized handheld wind instrument consisting of a central wind chest and 15 conical stone pipes fitted with 3 reeds. The musician selects the pitch by pressing keys to stop holes. The instrument has a 3-octave range going from a middle to a very high pitch. The instrument has a round, steady, strong, graceful timbre. Okay, round, steady and strong. How fares the faithful fort, friend? Or the fateful fort? Well, Shizou, it's doing okay. Since the last session, which I believe you were here at the end of, I've done nothing except start this trade-off. So we're just having a look at the musical instruments. The Tithra sounds fairly interesting. And I'm going to attempt to do the opening score of the Dark Crystal with it. So here we go. So it's got to sound. It's going from middle to very high pitch. I'm going to have to transpose that down. I'm not good on the high notes. A round, steady, strong, graceful timbre. And it's blowing music out. So it's blowing music, it's blowing wind out through pipes. So, okay, it's a wind chest and pipe. So it's got a kind of like a... No, that's not steady, it's not strong, it's not graceful. That was very hesitant and very very weak. So we'll try something more like, so what does the instrument sound like? Steady, strong, graceful. It's coming out of pipes, that's too nasal. I can't make it smooth unless it's deep. So I've got to try and bring it up a bit. That's not working at all. Not the best rendition, but I tried. I did my best. I put my best foot forward, and unfortunately I went into a deep puddle. Let's have a look at the Ula. We've definitely seen that before. We've definitely seen the Suku. And we've definitely seen the cock. So we've also seen the Thomod. We're not really interested in that. Again, we need to get our Suku cock band together. That's a goal for the tavern. We're just going to make sure we've got a stage and there's a musical piece being performed on Suku and cock, because it just works. It's like a nice word pairing. Sounds good. Strusslot and Suku cock. Anyway. No, I won't go as graphic as I was about to there. Let's pull back for a second. How about the Omek? No, seen it. The Anur. That's it. That's the most exciting stuff. Now, I'm going to buy all of their iron toys because I'm going to melt this shit down. Iron puzzle boxes, as long as it's not a Lament configuration box, I'm quite happy to melt that. Then again, does melting down a Lament configuration box count as opening it? If you smash it open, does that count? Because that's not fair. Surely. What's the point of making it a puzzle box? Especially if you want to suck people into hell. Doesn't make sense to me. Try harder, Clive Barker. Let's go down. Reindeer cows? I don't think we need any animals or cages. I know people said we can melt the cages down, but it's that extra step of pain in the arse that I'm not going to bother with. And the animals aren't that exciting. It's a sad fact of life that only the elves bring exciting animals. And in this particular fortress specifically, that puts things out of reach because I am instigating an absolute zero tolerance policy on elvenkind. They have to be exceptional individuals to break through my awful, awful policies. Hello, Opaque90. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining us. Much appreciated to have you here. Much appreciated to have you here. I've got a little bit of a cold, so I'm not thinking 100% straight, so you'll have to forgive me some wobbly language, but we'll see what happens. You never know, it might work out. I bet as soon as one dwarf invents the vuvuzela, instruments will be banned forever. Oh, I can imagine it. In fact, I think one of the instruments is vaguely similar, reminiscent of a vuvuzela, except it's made of like animal horn. I can't remember which one it was, but it's definitely a thing. Let's keep going down. Should we put the music back on? Because there's not going to be any more musical instruments. There we go. Again, let's avoid the venom barrels, much as we must respect the labour involved in milking moneybees. Moneybees? Milking venom. Rubber baby buggy bumpers for venom harvesting from bees. Jesus Christ, my brain. Let's keep going down past that, otherwise I'm going to be fixated on venom and bumblebees for a good few minutes. How do they do it without getting them to get their guts out as well? Does a honeybee die every time they get a bit of venom? Do they have to have a huge supply of honeybees? Or can carefully extracted bees be used again? I wonder. Anyway, do we want bilberry wine? You know what, this time round we're going to buy the booze. Unfortunately there's a shitload of milk mixed in, but that's fine. We've got cheese-making facilities. We can use the milk. Milk is not a problem. These appear to be mixed in with empty barrels as well. I'll just keep going. We'll buy them. Why not? We've got the money. River spirits. Nice. Carrot wine. Ooh, interesting. I don't imagine I'd like it, but I definitely want to try it. I definitely want to have a taste of some carrot wine. Barley wine. No, not so much. Longland beer. Ooh, swamp whiskey. We've got some very exotic sounding drinks coming in now. This is going to make the bar much better for the dwarves. Walnut wood, horse's milk, wine, blah 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 blah, and then buckets, which we don't really need, but I'll spill over into the buckets because I've got cash to spare and I don't really care what I'm doing. I'm like a billionaire walking through a supermarket with 2 trolleys, one in each hand, going, yeah, put it all in. Mind you wouldn't get very far through the supermarket before your trolley was full if you were behaving like that, and you'd end up with tons of the same crap which you couldn't possibly need. But then again, if you're into that kind of conspicuous consumption, I suppose 300 packets of flour may make sense as a purchase or something. I don't know. 20 kilograms of sugar. I don't know. Zero tolerance for elves. You are too generous. Well, Shizu, you know, there may be an exception every now and again. I mean, what if the elf is like a serial killer? I mean, you just do them last, right? Makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, that was dark. You have spoken the language of my people. Vuvuzela, African for plastic Mexican horn. So I had a taste of some English wine last weekend. Oh, did you, Fuzzy Dodgy? Grown and bottled in Yorkshire. Oh, Yorkshire, that's a bit far north, I would have thought, but apparently not these days. Apparently made a decent shandy. I don't give it that benefit, it was not good. You can't make shandy with wine. That's a spritzer, if you mix wine in with lemonade, right? That's a spritzer. Whereas shandy is a beer thing. I'm sure I may need to have a little trip to the old Googles for that, but we'll see. Anyway, let's not get distracted by otherworldly... Oh, I'll tell you what I do like, actually. When I used to go to the LARP events a lot, they had like bottles of elderflower and elderberry and peach wine. Oh my god, peach wine is delicious. Apricot wine, fantastic stuff. Just so many... Oh god, I miss that stuff. When the kids are old enough, maybe I'll take them again. I know Kel wants to go. Anyway, where were we? Iron mace? No, I'm not going to buy weapons and melt them down. They're usually very expensive. They're not value efficient, says the guy who was just talking about being a conspicuous consumption billionaire. It's sacrilege to melt picks, so we won't buy those. Morning stars are meh. I mean, That's a human weapon. Can a dwarf even use it? Does it count as a mace? I don't know. Mauls, terrifying. Don't really think they're useful. A silver halberd for 3 grand. What's so special about this bad boy? Let me have a look. This is a finely crafted silver halberd. You pay for the craftsmanship, not the description. Okay, what have we got down here? Training spears, wooden weapons. Wooden weapons. We've got steel armour, for goodness sake. We don't need to train with wooden weapons. That probably would make sense, but we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Look at this silver warhammer. That's got a lot of little marks on it. It's only worth 620 though. What do the embellishments mean? This is a finely crafted silver warhammer. It is encrusted with finely crafted oval brown jasper cabochons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of lapis lazuli. Or lazuli, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But I like lazuli, it sounds slightly nicer. Let's go past the weapons. They're all very boring, very bland, very easily constructed in our own fortress. Easy construction. We've got all the lagma, all the magma we need. Man, what was that one telly show in the 90s where people ran around the supermarket and they had a timer to grab things on shopping lists for prizes? Oh, that was Supermarket Sweep with old Dale Winton. Yeah, I remember that. That went on into the 2000s, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Male shirts, lamprey leather coat. Ugh, lampreys are hideous beasts. Large bronze breastplate. Hemp sandals. Yeah, alright. Copper high boots. This is all very dull, very bland, boring parts. Come on, let's find the interesting stuff. Where are the books? Or is there something unusual? Show me something exotic, something wild, something that makes me tingle, something that makes me reach out subconsciously for my wallet. Come on, spice it up a bit. Bring some fancy pants stuff. Not this bullshit. Oh, we could buy more sand. But it's all mixed in with other stuff and I can't be bothered. We're making bags now. We're gathering sand at a pace. We're putting out glass. It's not really a problem. Excuse me. A giant hedgehog leather bag. My sister has actually started doing... she's works as like a conservation person or like a wildlife management kind of person. And she's recently got really into hedgehogs, and she's got a load that live like in her garden and stuff, and she's been setting cameras up and videoing them. She's got like tons of footage that needs editing, so I've been trying to convince her to snip it down into smaller videos and put it on YouTube or something. I think she might get a few views. She's got a lot of good stuff. And also, I once saw, the only time I've ever seen hedgehogs, sorry to get on a massive tangent here, but the only time I've ever seen hedgehogs, and I was walking down a road with an old Sinister Elements, actually, and we're walking past this house that was on the corner and had like a large open lawn lifted up from the pavement with a wall that went up to the level of the lawn. That fact is not important or at all interesting, but in the middle of this lawn there were these 2 hedgehogs, and we'd heard them from about 20-30 feet away walking down the road, and you could hear this sound like proper real hardcore huffing, like someone with the world's smallest nostrils is trying to get through a kilo of cocaine as fast as they can. It was just an intense noise. And we stopped and watched them for a second as they were going round and looking at each other. And apparently they were about to fuck. And if we'd stayed a bit longer, we might have witnessed something truly magical. But, you know, who were we? We were naive young men who had no idea that such magical love was about to unfold. Although, I may be misremembering, but maybe hedgehogs are a bit rapey. It might have got dark. I'm not sure. Anyone who's an expert on hedgehogs, feel free to pipe up in chat and correct me on that. But, yeah. You probably won't know more about them than my sister at the moment, though. Where were we? Let's go past these bags. We don't need bags. All they do is bring up terrible anecdotes. Cloth. Let's buy some cloth and leather. In fact, let's buy all their cloth and leather and really hit the clothing industry hard. We're going to go mad. We're going to get our guys pumping out clothes in huge numbers, and then I think we're going to export them. No, not the hemp cloth. There we go. Oh, did I just disable the... No, I did disable it. Let's use page down rather than arrow keys, he says, realising he needs to be at the top of the page and using the arrow keys anyway to disable a thing he'd already enabled. Well done. Good work. Congratulations, scoundrel. This is making you look super cool. Everybody's going to be agog at your Dwarf Fortress skills. So where are we? Maple Sceptres, Kestrel Bone Sceptres. Kez! Where's Kez? There we go. There's a heart-rending moment for those of you who've seen Ken Loach's Kez. Let's have a look over here. Hello, Japs1265, or 85, sorry. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Is the bag big or the hedgehog leather? Exactly. Dwarf Fortress does have a lot of grammatical ambiguity. Shazoo has speared the nub of the question. Sorry, I got lost midway in that sentence. Hello, Meb Harry. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you very much for joining us again. Giant banana bonus. Was there a giant banana? Did I miss the giant's banana? Intriguing. Let's have a little look further down. Fuzzy Logic says, I know more about porcupines. Porcupines, both are very cute. Apparently about half the people at my wedding saw a porcupine on the farm we got married on. Oh, really? And they didn't think to come and get the bride and groom and say, look, a lucky porcupine. Except they would have said it with a South African accent, which at the moment I don't feel confident about. I need to practice a South African accent to get it proper before I actually dive in and start doing it. Otherwise I'll sound like what's his face and his South African stories. Is anyone familiar with a podcast called Athletico Mints? Bob Mortimer tells little stories about his holidays in South Africa and those kind of things, and it's very exciting. Very exciting. Usually devolves into someone yelling at him in a South African accent done poorly and encouraging him to shove things up his arse, and then him being rescued by someone who says, fucking gangbangers, you gotta love them. Anyway, that really didn't do justice to it. Let's buy these iron anvils as a sort of measure of penance for my wildly bad anecdote telling. The stories would be alright if I just had a little bit of skill as an orator. Let's buy these Ibex sweetbreads, peregrine falcon meat. Interestingly, the fastest meat available. Peregrine falcon meat is literally the fastest food you could possibly lay your hands on. Even eating cheetah would not compare. Let's keep going down. Clownfish. Oh, we're going to buy some little Nemos. That'll be nice. I bet they fry up good. But they look lovely on the plate, but taste absolute garbage. Let's keep going down. Cress, strawberries, garlic bulbs, capers. Oh yes, so much food. Musk melons. Blueberries again. Onions. Purple amaranth and bitter vetch. Bitter vetch. Excuse me, I appear to be depubescing. Down past the hemp thread. Not interested in thread. We got loads of that. You know what? I'll just buy a few bits and bobs just to make sure we've got enough stock in our hospital. Large, long elk leather shirt. They seem to have brought a lot of clothes. I don't think they understand the power of dwarven industry and how much the value of their trade goods is going to be depreciated by our titanic output next season. They're going to be selling all this stuff for peanuts. Cuttlefish leather backpack. That would be cool if it still had the colour changing qualities of a cuttlefish. That would be cool. Otherwise, cuttlefish leather doesn't sound like the best leather in the world. It feels like it's going to be awkward to get hold of. Is it even has anyone ever made cuttlefish leather? Not in chat. I mean, that seems like a pretty niche thing, and considering the number of people we've probably got in chat, it seems unlikely that Venn diagram is going to cross over here. Well, mind you, you never know. You never know. If you do have experience with tanning cuttlefish, let me know. I'd be interested to hear how you fared. Do you have a pair of cuttlefish shoes? Cuttlefish shoes. Cuttlefish shoes. Let's not buy pots. How about a nice slicing knife? That'll be good for the kitchen. Let's have a little look at it quickly, just see if it's interesting. This is a finely crafted bronze slicing knife. It is decorated with finely crafted giant buzzard bone and encircled with bands of dingo bone. This object menaces with spikes of fox squirrel bone. It's a very bony knife. It's good. I like it. Bronze and bone. What a metal combo. Before Maps and the Economy, our first book of the trade season. We're going to buy all these books, by the way. We started building some bookshelves, and we're going to have a nice little library by the end of the stream. Fingers crossed. It was a reference to Supermarket Sweep. I'm sorry, Meb Harry. If only I had gathered that. That would have been. That would have landed much better. Of course, the giant banana bonus. When they chucked the giant banana in their shopping basket, they got a bonus. It makes sense. It all makes sense in context. Almost half were British, so you're okay just speaking how you do. Well, there we go. That's it. I wouldn't have to worry about it. Yes, Atletico Mints is a fantastic podcast, Orchimedes. My favourite stuff. I like the what are they called? Not the South African stories, of course, but the Scottish stories. And the guy, what is it? I don't know the footballer name, so I can't remember his name. But the guy who writes letters to Bob Mortimer. All right, Bob. You know, you're a good lad, Peter. You know, Peter, whatever it is. I don't know his name. Check it out. If you haven't heard it, listen to the podcast. It's fun. The leather from the cuttlefish doesn't quite cuttle it as a tailoring material. Oh, shizoo. You punster. Really going for it there. I'm a big Bob Mortimer fan from Would I Lie to You? Oh, he's only been on that like 2 or 3 times, hasn't he? He did that trick where he ripped the apple in half. He did that on Taskmaster as well, I think. By the way, there's a good TV show. If you haven't seen Taskmaster, check it out. It's very funny. Very funny indeed. I didn't know that. I mean, I must have not watched. I must have not watched that much of Would I Lie to You, but I do watch it occasionally. Yeah, Taskmaster is very, very good. Yes. Anyway, what was I talking about exactly? I've got no idea how I got onto the subject of Atletico Mints. Let's get back onto this, shall we?
This is a giant, great-horned owl parchment scroll. The rollers are made from cassiterite. Written on the item is a manual entitled Before Maps and the Economy, authored by Rofer Knighted Fishes. It concerns the placement of economic information on maps. The writing has rare but particularly exquisite turns of phrase, and is fairly cheerful. Overall, the prose is passable.
That's nice. It's good to hear about someone writing about the economy cheerfully. Obviously, this is ancient history. Couldn't possibly be about these days. Let's buy it. It's going in the library. Lassive strings, uppy sticks, dolomite jug. The truth about the human. Uh-oh. This sounds like this is going to get pretty racist pretty quickly. Let's have a little look and see if it meets my expectations.
This is a giant cockatiel parchment scroll. The rollers are made from tetrahedrite. Written on the item is an essay entitled The Truth About the Human, authored by Lega Mouthfondled. Okay. It concerns the belief of the human Lega Mouthfondled in the rock Otar Yelgold, the goals of leaping, in the early spring of 188. The writing is reasonably serious. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best, so it's not... I mean, the title doesn't really follow from the contents. It's about a human and his belief in a rock, which we've killed one of those. They definitely exist. Belief shouldn't come into it. Otar Yelgold, the goals of leaping.
Yeah, okay, whatever. He likes big birds. Whatever, I don't like it. I prefer the Snuffleupagus guy myself. Copper wheelbarrows, Anna bowls, crab scorched, a quandary. Now this sounds like someone's off to the STI clinic.
Should I start going through my phone book now, or should I wait for the diagnosis just to make sure? I can't decide, or I am burning and I can see crustaceans in my pants.
It's worth 1,220 trade credits. This had better be a goodie.
This is a superior quality manta ray parchment scroll. It is encrusted with well-crafted cushion peridot cabochons. The rollers are made from mica. Written on the item is a guide entitled Crab Scorched, a Quandary, authored by Matter Aegis Sound. It concerns the hamlet Crab Scorched. Boo, boring. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either.
Well, we're buying it for the title. We're buying it for the possible sexually transmitted infection title. The True Elf. Now this, on the opposite end of the spectrum, could turn out to be pretty racist, which, for me, honestly, I have to admit it, I cannot deny it. I am a pretty racist guy when it comes to elves. I hate them. Oh, it's worth 420. Could this be a fortuitous sign?
This is a well-crafted giant cockatiel parchment scroll. The rollers are made from pudding stone. Written on the item is an essay entitled The True Elf, authored by Tira Beauty Meadow. It concerns the career change from herbalist to dancer of the elf Tira Beauty Meadow in Brideport in 165.
The writing is reasonably serious. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Well, we're going to buy it, but, I mean, ideally, to burn it. Hideous. Hideous. Exploring the Forest Retreat. Now, this sounds pretty elfy as well, but we'll give it a go.
This is a well-crafted guinea fowl parchment scroll. It is studded with finely crafted copper. The rollers are made from gypsum. On the item is an image of cabbages in rhodolite. On the item is an image of a square in nickel. Written on the item is a guide entitled Exploring the Forest Retreat, authored by Uzbu Matchhex. It concerns the forest retreat of Playshin. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Meh. Very dull, very boring, not very exciting. Uppy bars, thomod chimes, anur bowls, and cockwind chests. Nice. Who doesn't know a bit of cockwind? Victory by Derpole Tugseers. Okay. Sounds like some kind of soothsayer with troubling social habits. Maybe he was forced to live out of the outskirts of town because of his unfortunate habits with his pants.
This is a well-crafted one-humped camel parchment scroll. This is a well-crafted giant one-humped camel parchment scroll. The rollers are made from malachite. Written on the item is an essay entitled Victory by Derpole Tugseers, authored by Derpole Tugseers. It concerns the apprenticeship of the human Derpole Tugseers under the elf Tira Boltitmoss in the summer of 223. The writing hopelessly meanders. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either.
And what more could we expect from a filthy elf lover? Disgusting. Cancel, don't want to quit. We're buying it anyway. Let's take a look at the horse parchment scroll. Anything interesting there? Maybe it's dispatches from the Khanate. Something about hunting with wolves and eagles.
This is a horse parchment scroll. It is decorated with giant barn owl bone. The rollers are made from sandstone. On the item is an image of red spinach in moss agate. Written on the item is an untitled letter authored by Whispers Riddled. The work has no particular subject. The writing is stunningly self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either.
So it's just like a letter? Maybe it is a dispatch from the Khanate. Not that we're aware of any kind of Khanate existing in this world, but hey, whatever. Shale scroll rollers, oopie sticks, omet plectrums, anur bowls. Everything's mixed in at the moment. It's all musical instrument parts and books. Humble offering to trade maps. Let's have a look here. What's this?
This is a giant cardinal parchment scroll. The rollers are made from orpiment. This object menaces with spikes of maple. On the item is a finely designed image of a human in milk quartz. Written on the item is a manual entitled A Humble Offering to Trade Maps, authored by Rofa Knighted Fishers. It concerns the placement of economic information on maps. The writing is fairly cheerful, yet it is somewhat showy. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either.
This is another book on the same topic. It seems like putting economic information on maps is a big thing in this area. Let's have a look at this mica-bound codex. Oh my god, look at the array of codices. We're going to be here for a while. Let's have a little look. Maybe we'll skip some if they look a bit dull.
This is a mica-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 52-page manual entitled After Mating, authored by Laura Fishyears. It concerns the reproductive behaviour of creatures. The writing is clear evidence of a compassionate being. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either.
It's our first sex book of the Fortress. That's nice, isn't it? It's good. What's this puddingstone-bound codex? Let's have a little look. 450 trade credits.
This is a well-crafted puddingstone-bound codex. It is encrusted with well-crafted rectangular pipe opal cabochons and encircled with bands of well-crafted giant buzzard bone. On the item is an image of circles in mussel shell. The written portion consists of a 4-page untitled letter authored by Tolmo Diamond Crude. The work has no particular subject. The writing has a very serious tone. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best.
Wish I hadn't even read that one now. Very boring, very dull. Do we buy it? Yes, it's an important historical record now. It's going in our library. A shale-bound codex. Anything interesting here? I'm just going to skim it quickly. Skim it. It's called Before the Denial. Okay, we'll read it.
This is a shale-bound codex. It is decorated with finely crafted cowbone. This object menaces with spikes of lapis lazuli. On the item is a well-designed image of a human in cassiterite. The written portion consists of a 1-page essay entitled Before the Denial, authored by Derpole Tugseers. Oh, hello, back again. It concerns the denial of apprenticeship of the human Ned Judgeclouts under the human Derpole Tugseers in a peer growth in the late spring of 245. Tough to read. The writing gets off track from time to time.
Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Well, Tugsears, your wanky name will go down in history as part of our library collection. Well done. A bauxite-bound codex. What have we got here? This is a bauxite-bound codex. The written portion consists of a one-page essay entitled An Introduction to the Human, authored by J. Liu Womanbait. It concerns the authoring of And It Sang, Kin, by the human Jalyu Womanbait in Fluke Plays in the midwinter of 233. The writing is quite florid. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. And It Sang Kin. My goodness. A making-of documentary, essentially. What was that in chat there? I saw something. I went with Lenithorus to see the Champion of Champions live in London. Ooh, which I've only started watching the first. I'm on the second season now, but I've seen shitloads of YouTube clips of like individual attempts at different tasks. Which Champion of Champions was it? Because there's been two, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember who's in them all, but I know Noel Fielding's in one of them. The Bob Mortimer thing. He has got the craziest stories. You are quite right. It was called Atletico Mince, the podcast. Atletico as in like a football team, and Mince as in M-I-N-C-E as opposed to M-I-N-T-S. So there you go. Check that podcast out. If you like Bob Mortimer, you will fucking love it. Yes, I am certified now. I am an actual genuine Spurg Lord. So, yeah. That's how it went. Yeah, we got the diagnosis, so that's all good. Anyway, where we were. True elf costs 420 blaze it. That's true. Yeah. That's maybe the one good thing about elves. They probably have good weed. I imagine all their obsession with plants. But then again, that's not going to save them. You should toss that elf lover book into the magma. It's a possibility. It's something I might do. I feel like it's a thing. Can we buy a Necronomicon? Well, if a Necronomicon turns up, I'm not letting it go. I'm going to buy that thing. That would be nice. Where are we? There's only been one Champion of Champions so far. I think, in that case, I think the current season might be one, because I'm sure I've seen two separate lineups in YouTube clips. But maybe I'm wrong. 5 meters away from Noel and Bob. That's a pretty nice concentrated comedy presence. I like the sound of that. Yeah, that'd be good. Anyway, where were we? Yes, we were looking at codices. This bauxite-bound codex has been purchased. I purchased it. When they were real words. Petrified wood-bound codex. Here we go. This is a well-crafted petrified wood-bound codex. The written portion consists of a one-page essay entitled Tongue Phantom, Understood, authored by Ada Trustedberry. It concerns a scuffle between the shadow monster Phantom Tunnel, the Crypts of Burying, and the elf Ada Trustedberry in the early winter of 65, which the former emerged victorious. Good. Overall, excuse me, little disrespect Bert for the elf there. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Well, this one's about an elf being killed. Well done. And I like the name. Tongue Phantom. Sounds like a licky ghost. Boo. Let's have a look at the Chromite-bound codex. That sounds shiny. Is Chromite shiny? Somebody hit Wikipedia and tell me. I need to know if Chromite is shiny. But you probably need to actually type Chromite is shiny in chat. Because if you type it is shiny, 10 minutes from now I'm going to look at chat and go, what? Shiny? This is a Chromite-bound codex. This object menaces with spikes of finely crafted wolf bone. Very metal. I like it. The written portion consists of a 136-page manual entitled Doubts About Surveying, authored by Etter Fenstfang. It concerns the process of surveying land. The writing has a hint of viciousness to it, and it occasionally changes topic abruptly. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Okay, so it's a guy who's upset about surveying. It's like, I've been a surveyor for 10 years now, and I have my doubts about the accuracy of the work I have done and the need for it, etc., etc. Let's have a look at the diorite-bound codex. What is this? This is a diorite-bound codex. It is encrusted with oval petrified wood cabochons and encircled with bands of oval green zircon cabochons. This object menaces with spikes of gold. The written portion consists of a one-page essay entitled Kassat Bush Neutral, for the beginning practitioner, authored by Kassat Bush Neutral. It concerns the start as an animal trainer of the human Kassat Bush Neutral in Sling Menace in 291. The writing gives a feeling of compassion here and there, and it is fairly cheerful. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not good either.
Okay, interesting. I like the sound of this one. I mean, a one-page essay, like a starter's primer for training animals, is good. If only the book's contents actually gave effects to your dwarves, that would be cool. A slate-bound codex, here we go.
This is a well-crafted slate-bound codex. It is encircled with bands of tin. This object is adorned with hanging rings of moss opal and menaces with spikes of melanite. The written portion consists of a 25-page essay entitled At One with Astri Burntwig, authored by Astri Burntwig. It concerns the marriage of the human Dessa Shakenheat and the human Astri Burntwig in 235. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either.
Boring, it's like a wedding book.
Koboldite-bound codex.
What have we got here? Come on, we've got to get through these.
This is a well-crafted Koboldite-bound codex. It is encrusted with well-crafted rectangular indigo tourmaline cabochons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of limonite. On the item is an image of 4 floodgates in pink tourmaline. The written portion consists of a 146-page manual entitled Can Wind Patterns Save the World?, authored by Esloam Poetdrill. It concerns the forces that govern wind patterns. The writing drives forward relentlessly. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either.
Well, I like it. Can wind patterns save the world? And I'm pretty sure the conclusion that was come to was no. Andesite-bound codex.
This is an andesite-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 25-page essay entitled Dreams of the Village, authored by Spibza Frenzy Umbras. It concerns the authoring of Hares and the Strangled Cluster.
Why can't we have Hares and the Strangled Cluster? Now that's a book title.
By the human Spizbar Frenzy Umbras in Crewfondle in the early winter of 263. The writing is quite florid. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best.
Well, I like it. Normally I don't like books. People have written about them writing books, but if you've written a book called Hares and the Strangled Cluster, I think you're okay to milk it for all that you've got. There we go, let's buy this. A saltpeter-bound codex, which looks like the last one, so let's make a meal of it.
This is a saltpeter-bound codex. It is encircled with bands of finely crafted lay pewter. The written portion consists of a 60-page manual entitled Principles of Star Charts, authored by Pavo Actedbason. It concerns the creation of star charts. The writing artfully indulges the author's fancies, and it is throughout ornate and refined. Overall, the prose is passable.
Ooh, passable prose. There we go, we're buying it. It's good. Not that exciting as a book, but yeah, it's going in the library, so it's all cool. And that's the Parchment Streets. How much have we traded for? 24,000 trade credits, give or take. So let's go back to the top, and we're going to sell this copper armor bin, because frankly, we don't need leather armor. It's a big old waste of time. That leaves us needing to make up 24 plus grand. Well, this is a 20 grand bin with full of nothing but spiked balls, so bang. We only now need to make 3 grand, so let's come down here to this one. 1, 2, and there's a 3 grand ball. Let's give him an extra bit of a sweetener on top. We'll fill that little area in. He's getting 3,920. I think he should be happy. Let's see what he does. Let's trade.
Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods?
Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, he wants 3 more spiked copper balls. Okay. Someg, I will trade with you. Let's do it again. There we go.
Someg seems happy about the trading.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you for your business.
Why would a human talk like that? I don't know. But what I do know is that this song playing in the background is my favourite, and I'm having to resist very intensely to not hum along to it, which wouldn't work, even though some of you may think, oh, that would be good, try it. No, it won't work because there's a delay between what you're hearing on the music and what I'm saying. It just won't work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Right, let's undo our requirement for the trader and unpause the game. Let things toddle along. How long have we been going for? Holy shit, 49 minutes of trading. I've just spent the best part of an hour trying to imitate fictional musical instruments and reading about algorithmically generated book titles. This game. I love you, Dwarf Fortress, I really do. Anyway, let's have a little catch up with chat. Let's see what's going on here, because there's been quite a bit of noise from the chit-chat. It's not a book or a codex, it's just an over-glorified leaflet. Some of them really do sound like that to me. Silvery and shiny. I remembered that I was asking about chromite. Can be shiny, depends on the habit it forms in. Ooh, very nice. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Mr. Darren Sullivan. Assuming you're a mister. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Probably. I'm guessing. Do let me know if I'm being an arsehole. Let's have a look. I just started playing Turmoil. It's about my 5th stock auction, and I only noticed this time that they don't always auction the same percentage. No, it changes. Oh, Turmoil's good. That is a good game. It's just a nice one for picking up to play for 10-15 minutes, and then you play along for hours. It's such a pain. Where were we? Cubic chromite tends to be, but ones that form a granular or massive habit are dull. Oh, okay. Keep the bin itself, just sell the armour. I would tidy, but I couldn't be asked. I'm pretty sure I did that last time, and we ended up with the leather armour still being there, so just sell the bin. It's alright, we've got so much copper, it's ludicrous. So, the militia not training didn't end up being because they were too heavy in metal armour. Failed leather experiment. No, I never even tried the leather experiment now that you mention it. The thing was, they were training, their skills were going up, so maybe I'll do the leather experiment, but I might do that with a second squad. So set up a second barracks, put another squad in there, and then do them with leather armour. We truly are living in the future, it's true. It is the greatest game ever, Darren, yes. Sorry to be so familiar. I do apologise. Mr. Sullivan, I apologise. Let's keep it formal until, we're more well acquainted. I wish I could play with my other mates as the other 4, even if it only took 1 turn every week. What's this from? Turmoil. Oh, yeah. No, that would be cool. Multiplayer Turmoil would be pretty good, actually. Yeah. Maybe you should write to the devs. I want some multiplayer. Give it to me now. Maybe phrase it more, pleasantly, less demanding. It wasn't my idea. I just wondered if that was the thing. Okay. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it's worth experimenting with. Let's see what this little pause is about. Migrants. Okay. So where are they? On the left-hand side, I see a surgeon-looking fella heading out across the mountainside. Very exciting. We'll let them get on. I'm going to do a quick refresh in Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Therapist. We had 95 adults, 4 children, and 3 vulnerable babies. Excuse me. I'm not intending to imply that I eat babies there, just in case. That was a natural burp caused by a little bit of hiccuping. It wasn't anything to do with having eaten children. Let's refresh. How many adults do we have now? 103 adults, but the same number of juveniles. So that's nice. We'll have to take a look at them in the therapist screen in a moment, but I feel like I might need to go and take a quick pee first. I'm bursting. I downed that cup of... Oh, I didn't down it. It's cold. Let's not drink that. We'll come back and get another one later. Scound Cronus M. Scound Cronus. Scound Cronus, or Scound Cronus. Interesting name. I like... Cronus is a nice sounding word. It's pithy. Sounds like Chronos or Chrono, like the time one, but it's not actually. Oh, you're talking about Cronus. Actually, Cronus. Yeah, wasn't that with H, or was it not? I thought Cronus was like the. Oh no, that's colour, not time. No, it is time as well. Anyway, that was a weird little tangent, and probably wasn't best explained. Let's get the game paused and head over to Dwarf Therapist. Good lord! And I tell you what. Before I do that, I'm just going to mute the microphone and take a quick pee because I am busting. I'll be back in just a moment. Sorry about this. I tell you what, I'm going to leave it unpaused. I'm going to fly by the seat of my pants and be a wildman. Let's leave it unpaused. Here we go. And I'm back, and it looks like the fortress didn't auto-pause. Very nice, very nice. Let's just have a quick sip of water. Oh god, I needed that. I'm much more comfortable now. I was quite desperate there. It was unpleasant to the maximum. Let's have a look at chat and make sure that I haven't missed anything. It has 3 different spellings. Well, that makes sense. Oldie worldy words, they do come a little bit jumbled sometimes. In the words of Monty Python, it's a woody sounding word. Cronus. Yeah, it does have a certain woodiness to it. I like that. Anyway, where were we? Sorry, let's get back into the action. Now, we've just done the trades, that's all cool, but I need to get reacquainted with the fortress. We're an hour in, and I haven't actually looked around to see what I was doing last time. Barracks is all set up, that's good. We should have dwarves training in there, fantastic. We've got our trap components here, ready to reinstate the traps as required. This area here, I think I've taken all the beds out, so we could make this a second, like a wrestlers training barracks, and set up a wrestling squad. I know that was a popular idea last stream, that was a hot topic, so I think maybe we'll do that. We'll make it into a wrestlers barracks. I shouldn't have taken all the beds out, but we'll deal with it later down the line. Graveyard's looking good. This room, what was I building this room for? I mean, my best guess is for like keeping livestock in once it mosses over, but also, why smooth it? What was it going to be? Special tomb or something? I know it was important, but I can't remember. The farm is looking good again. We've plugged up all the holes, no one's getting in. It looks like we've got a few pigtails growing now, that's nice. Okay. Back down, let's have a little look and see what we've got lower down. This is a little mining floor. We've dug out all the interesting stuff there. I see gold in the walls. And what are these? What's this little bit here? Rock crystals. Sure, we'll take them out. Why not? Let's do it. D, and we'll use the vein mining to get everything. There we go. Anything down here? Nope, that's cool. Keep going down. Duh. Keep going down. There we go. Is that copper? We don't want to mine copper out. Copper is very not cool at the moment. We've got so much of the shit. For once, the dining hall is free of miasma, which makes me feel cheerful. I like that. That's good. Hopefully that little corridor is cheering people up with all the stuff on display as they go in and out of the dining hall. Oh, that's a good point. I must mention, before I started streaming, I had a cheeky little mood boost for the dwarves. I did that DF hack command. So, yeah, they're all happy at the moment. Hello, Zineri. Zineri? I'm going to go with that for now. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Hola. I think you should plate your dining hall in copper. Ooh, not a bad idea. Although maybe a copper-gold mix, like with a pattern in it, perhaps. I definitely need to expand it. It's not big enough, and I haven't been putting tables in frequently enough. But we'll get it sorted. We'll get it sorted. In fact, while we're here, let's designate for our miners to dig out a bit more, right? It only makes sense, because, you know, it's a big old important room, the dining hall, and it's got to be spectacular.
Spectacular!
I want to smooth all the walls as well, but the problem is I've put furniture in front of them, which means it can't get to it. Oh, hello, TKR. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Scenery. It rhymes with scenery. Okay, I get you. I've got it. Scenery. Remember that. No tavern or library yet. Oh, library. That was it. It was a library, Shazoo. I think I was going to put the library there. Very good. Thank you. I think smoothing and engraving would be more valuable. Yeah, than making it bigger. Sure. But again, the furniture's in the way. Once it's dug out, I'll smooth everything. It'll be cool. Yeah, I mean, you can smooth, engrave, and then plate and engrave. Or is it not plating? I was assuming you meant make blocks and build metal walls around it, which you could engrave as well. And a full copper room would be antibacterial. Very handy for a dining hall, right? I think it is copper that's antibacterial, isn't it? Or is it... It's not silver, is it? I forget. There's a metal that's very useful as a sort of antimicrobial material. I can't remember what it is. Block walls you can't engrave. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Silver. Okay. Is it silver? Could have sworn there was another one that was less expensive. Anyway, where was I? I was just sitting here staring at them digging out this room, which is a waste of time. There's the offices. They look all good. That reminds me, let's check the nobles. The captain of the guard still has requirements. Oh, your office isn't good enough. Well, how do I improve it? It's smoothed. Maybe we engrave all the walls. Let's do it. Let's do it. Designate engrave stone. E. Okay, let's see if this gives him a little boost. Let's see if he likes this. I'm going to start... No, I'm not. I'm just going to fuck it and do everything in one go. Bang, there we go. Get engraving. The offices are going to be very premium. Top premium tier. So, let's keep going down. What do we got next? The hospital and prison, which hasn't actually been set up as a prison yet, has it? Or has it? Make bedroom. Used by justice. Oh, we have already set that up. That's cool. And then this, make a room. What room do we make when we do this? I'm going to do that. Assign a location. Okay, it's just a random room. Okay, let's... Oh, it's got butcher orders in. Oh, I see. I see. Right, we'll leave that for now. We'll come back to that and figure out what I've done there. We've got people in hospital beds. We don't have soap yet, though. That is an issue. We do need to look into the production of soap. I've only ever done it in one fortress before, so we'll see. We'll see. When I first dig my dining hall, I always smooth the stone on the specific spots the furniture is going to be first thing. Then I can do the bulk smoothing later and don't have to worry about not being able to get those spots. That is very smart, TKR. Sadly, far more intelligent than I've ever been in Dwarf Fortress. Stainless steel is antimicrobial when exposed to UV light. Oh, interesting. Silver in Rimworld, that's where all my medical knowledge comes from. Oh, okay, tidy. So it's not the equivalent of a medical degree, but close. Xenery, weapon traps are an easy way to increase value. Well, in the dining hall, you reckon? Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll bung some weapon traps in with some fancy spinning green glass discs. They'll like that, I think. Each weapon equals more value. You can stuff like 15... I think it's 10 weapons, actually, in a weapon trap. But yeah, I get the principle. I do the same things with the bedroom. If nothing else is smooth, then at least the spot under the bed and the door is... True, true. Bedrooms do benefit from smoothing. Then again, I've already placed all these beds and bloody doors, so there. Copper helps a bit too, says Shizu. Some of the fastest sloops in the colonial era had copper keels under the water since it killed off most aquatic life that attached to it. Okay. Levers and mechanisms. We have had this mentioned before, I think, the levers and mechanisms, but for now, we'll come back to it. If the guy's not happy with his engraved walls, we'll see what we can do. Here's my fantastically organised workstation, or storage room. It's not perfect by any stretch, but... Holy shit. It's a crash. It's a full-blown crash, and we didn't even get to look at our new migrants. Shit. Okay, I am pressing launch. No, don't launch Dwarf Therapist again. We've already got it open. Let's hope that this catches on. That's good. This is not a good sign. We're going to have to start doing quick saves again. That's too zoomed in. There we go. There we go. In we get. My goodness. Goodness me. Hello, Ingvar. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so you reckon that this is the... You're talking about the crash that's normal, or something else that you've spotted there? Because I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Transparency, go broke. Are we talking about the multi-level view thing? Or not? I'm not sure. We'll get back to this. Let me just retry Dwarf Therapist. How many dwarves have we got in? I don't think it quick saved. Fart knockers. We're back down to 95. That's okay though. Well, what I'll have to do then is jump quickly in and get this trade done, won't I? What did I get? T for trade. I bought all his bars. Let's do that. Bang. We went down and we bought all the food and milk and booze. Carrot wine, Caniwa beer, ginkgo wood, maple barrel, mog juice. What the fuck is mog juice? It's interesting. It's there. So we go down, get all the barrels, gnome blight barrel. We're going to buy all the venoms. Fuck it. It's... whoa. Training swords, picks, axes. What is this? Buckets. Okay, we'll buy the buckets. We'll head down. Morningstar, scimitars, socks, sandals, hoods, gloves, bags. Oh, God. More bags. We bought all their cloth. I remember that much. Can I collapse all the bins? I don't think I can I? That's alright though, we'll get there. Another cloth bin, another leather bin. Got to remember that we were going to start the textiles industry roaring. So get all this leather and cloth in, it'll be great. Change it into clothes, give it a much higher trade value. Not that we really need to worry about trade value. I mean, spike balls are pretty much where it's at when it comes to trade. Do I buy all these arrows and things? No, I don't. Let's buy these iron anvils because they're easy to find and melt and they'll sit together. Lovely. Oh, sweetbreads, muskox kidneys, muskox kidneys, black bullheads, brown bullheads, herrings, mackerels, wild carrots, celery, cabbages, caper leaves, purple amaranth, and hemp thread. There we go. So let's go down a bit further. More threads, skirts, backpacks, quivers, blades. Let's buy some cheese. May as well. Where's the cheese start? There's the cheese. Cheesy. Love a bit of the old fromage. Kangaroo cheese, cow cheese. Good lord. And a few wooden splints by accident. That's fine. We've got the money. Right. Now we need to find all the books. So, Truth About the Human. We bought that. Crab Scorched, A Quandary. We bought that. The True Elf, Exploring Forest. Horse Parchment Scroll. Something. Offering to Trud Mops. I'm sure we read that last time. Can I zoom in and out here? Yes, I can. There we go. We can see a bit better now. All the codices. Lovely. And I think that's it. It's just parchment sheets after that. Brilliant. So, armor bin, weapon bin, and then let's not go hog wild. Now, let's give him £6 profit. Trade. Are you sure? Yes. Bang. Pleased. Fantastic. Get out. Trader doesn't have to be there anymore. And then before I do anything else, I'm going to unpause it briefly, pause it again. I'm going to turn to DF hack and I'm going to type in a little magic spell. Spellcasting. QUICKSAVE. Bang. And now we will never need to do that trade again because Dwarf Fortress should save state. There we go. There's the save screen. While that's going on, let's toddle over to the old Dwarf Therapist. Let's see what's going on there. Why does that transition never work first time? Alright, come on then. We're in here now. Let's take a look at who we've got. So we've got our swift trades. We've got a 10 dwarf military. That's good. Just quickly collapse them down, have a little look. 92 other dwarves. Nothing particularly exciting. We haven't gone through and taken the hauling labours off of anyone with an interesting profession for a little while, so maybe we should do that. Our military squad have a smattering of skills. We've got a pretty decent swords dwarf and a pretty decent mace dwarf with an up-and-coming hammerer, but otherwise it's all very much of a muchness. We'll see what we can do with wrestlers later on in that second thing I was talking about. Oh, it looks like the save is finished. That's cool. I'm going to unpause it in the background while we have a little look. Let's have a little look at who's got a nickname. Does anybody in chat want a dwarf named after them? All you have to do is ask. I'll have a little look and see who we've got. Has nickname, here we go. Got 21 with nicknames. Orchimedes, Base on Mars, Beardster, Can of Soda, Cooler, Curly Fries, Demon Blast, Dragon Man, Druid's Mead, Flipvine, Furryman, Jap 1285, Cupo 2, Legs, who's not actually named after a chat person, he's just crippled, Ocelot, Sanctum, Shizoo, Smiley Tom Stan, Soul Mask, Tidy, and Zip. If you're not on that list, and you want to be on that list, feel free to ask. Or if you have any kind of specific requirements for the kind of dwarf you want, do let me know, because if you don't, you're going to get a random one. It's going to be totally random. Let's have a look at chat and see what's going on here. I see Black Ugly Thing under tile sets repeat. I need off multi-level view. I'm not sure if you're asking if you need to turn it off or I do. I don't really know how it works. I just launch it all through the lazy noob pack and it kind of gets done. Cloth and leathers too. Metal objects to smelt. Oh, I forgot that. Never mind. We'll be alright. Claycree, you can have a wee dwarfo. A miner if you like. Let's sort by mining skill. And it looks like, wow, only one of our miners has a nickname. You can get in there first. You know what? First off, I have to. It's a standard. Rando 303 gets a miner. I think we already had a Rando 303, so I'm gonna give him Rando 303, but normally it's Rando 304 if he's already died once. And then you get the next one. Let's commit there. And you're still very skilled. You've got level 16, which is a +1 legendary miner. Very exciting. Clay.
go, and then we commit the change. That's nailed down. Lovely jubbly. What have we got next? Did I miss a Fuzzy? Actually, no, Fuzzy, you've died. Oh, what the hell happened to Fuzzy? There's an investigation to be undertaken. If you have a bipolar dwarf, you can name him, her, binary after me. Okay, bipolar, interesting. We've got someone here who's very upset. Oh, they're already named. How about this one? He's very upset. Meng. I know it's not the same as being bipolar, but it's maybe the quickest, easiest... Oh, hang on, they're in hospital, that's why they're upset. Current job, resting. Who else is in a mood? Well, this guy's absolutely flipping out. Very unhappy. Stumbling obliviously. Maybe that's a bit much. You know what? I don't want to sit here reading through dwarven psychological profiles, so, I mean, much as it may be rude of me, I'm going to use my patented mouse wheel rolling technique to find a random dwarf who's up and down a lot. Here we go. I roll my mouse wheel and I select... We've selected Sigun. Okay. Currently brewing a drink from a plant and a professional farmer. There we go. Set nickname. In we go. That's binary. 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 In it goes. Oh, hello. That's back. It's all good. It's all good. I know. I know you died. It's terrible, Fuzzy. But we'll get another one in. Don't worry. Fuzzy 2. We'll put another one in. Ah, transparency broke under the dwarves, animals, enemies. Yes, you can't see through any of them. Can you do that with the ASCII tile set then? Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, you do make a few sacrifices for the little bells and whistles of multi-level transparency view and stuff like that, but well, I like to put up with it, you know. Once these migrants are on site, I'm saving again, just in case, because I've just noted in the background, as you can see blurred out at the bottom of the screen, some migrants have arrived. Very exciting. Excuse me. Oh, Shizu, do you have finally more than 0 agility? Let's find out. Oh my god, I've got hiccups. And I'm burping. If I fart at the same time, I get the triple. Where are you? You're in there somewhere, Shizu. There we go. If we click on you to highlight your name. Nope, you still have 0 agility. You are still very bad. Is my camera that badly out of focus? Ah, bugger. Better? A little bit better. Fuzzy uses 0-based indexing, so Fuzzy 1 is the second one. Ah, okay. Well, let's quickly choose another Fuzzy. You were some kind of metalsmith, I believe, so let's maybe continue that tradition. Maybe give you an armorsmith. Where are we going? Armorsmith, armorsmith, armoring. There we go. Oh, level 15 from old Shem. Very nice. Set nickname. Fuzzy Logic. Have I put 2 G's in there? Nope. Fuzzy Logic. Fuzzy Logic 1. Bang. You're back in. You're back in the game. You've got skin in. Okay, is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Why is my dwarf always mad? Well, that's interesting, Demon Blast. Let's have a quick look at him before we go. Very unhappy, stress level high. Let's have a look. He is haggard and drawn due to the tremendous stresses placed upon them. Within the last week he felt euphoric during euphoric bliss, shame due to wearing old clothes, sympathy after bringing somebody to rest in bed, pity after being unable to practice a craft, dejection, self-pity, loneliness, self-pity, loneliness. You know what? I'm going to do the cheaty mood thing. I'm going to cheer everybody up. Quick save, remove stress, all. There we go, bang. And now if we read, there we go, the migrant wave is in as well. I'm just going to unpause the game in the background and then do a quick save in the interim. There we go, paused, quick save again, so we don't have to worry about getting these lads back in. There we go, and we can keep looking at Dwarf Therapist in the meantime. Let's sort by migration wave. Down to the newest, only 8 dwarves. I thought it would be more than that, but never mind. And my obdurate dwarf demands a rank befitting their repose. Noble position. All right then. If next time they come and offer us to be like the capital, I'll give you a noble position. Okay. Other people who want them are gonna have to get in the queue. That's the first slot taken. So if you want to be a noble in the fortress, let me know. Let's have a little look.
Where are our fortress guys? Here they are. Okay, so no woodworking skills. We've got a little bit of stone crafting and masonry, nothing to write home about. Level 13 Gelder. We get a lot of very powerful nutloppers coming through here. People who really do like removing testicles, or presumably like it, because you wouldn't do it that much if you weren't liking it. Got a cook. Very dull. Fish dissector. Nothing very exciting there. Yes, all very shit. Oh, no, what's this? Level 10 glass making. That's fine. We need you. You're going to be a good addition to the fortress. Let's look at the military stats. No kills, but we do have a level 2 swords dwarf. Very good. The stats aren't particularly exciting. Strength and disease resistance are quite good, but everything else is boo. Boo, boo, boo. Shame. Level 1 swimmer though. Not too bad. Now we have no spaces in our current military, so he's going to avoid drafting. Unless, of course, I can see someone who's not as good. We do have people who are shitter, but we'll leave him for now. He can kick back, relax. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Right, let's go back to the fortress. The quick save is finished, and continue with a little bit of pootling around. Now the migrants appeared up here. There they are, walking across the surface. Hopefully that was all of them. I'm just going to do another read on the fortress. 103. 103. Yeah, I think they technically all arrive in the fort at the same time. You don't have to worry about them not being on the screen yet. Yeah, it's all good. Let's get the labour screen back and we'll go back to the surface. So what were we looking at again? Let's just go through the hotkeys first. It looks very quiet in the workshop area for metal. And it looks like someone's left a bin sitting in this workshop for some reason. Oh no, it's a load of copper pedestals. Why are we keeping copper pedestals there? Do we not have proper storage in the storage room? I'm assuming they're furniture, right? Oh, did we have this problem last time, not being able to find where they went? To be honest, Shizu, you've got so little agility that just getting out of bed might involve an accident for you. Some might say that a noble position is hotly sought after. We're not into throwing our nobles into the volcano just yet. I called off on that after I couldn't throw the baby in. I was a little bit disappointed, to say the least. Is this just an anvil stockpile? And should I just melt all the anvils I buy for funsies? It looks like it is just an anvil stockpile, doesn't it? Let's turn auto melt on and see how that yields for making steel. Because, frankly, we need to keep making it as long as possible. Now, I have got distracted for a second. I'm not really sure what's going on. I need to get this all kicking off again. There's not much going on down here. The dining hall's looking okay, fairly busy. I haven't dug it out yet though. Let's do that again. And we needed to engrave the offices as well. Let's not forget that. That's cool. To have a little extension, and then, oops, D-E for engrave? Of course it is. Why would it be anything else? First letter for the win. There we go. That's now being engraved. Fantastic. And then let's go a little bit lower down. Follow the fortress deeper. Deeper and deeper. Hospital, we had a look there already. Nothing exciting going on there. Is that somebody in prison? What are you up to? Engraver? Attending a meeting? With who? What are you doing? Oh. Oh, are you in prison? Maybe we need to appoint a sheriff just so we can do some crime watch. Anyway, where was I? Bedrooms, we could put some more engravers on the bedrooms. We don't really have any good engravers, that's the problem. It's all very mediocre. Let's build some more beds. If we can put the beds in and finish out the bedrooms, we should be all good. Each of these blocks is 20 beds, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, meaning that's 20 times 4, which is 80. Fucking hell. We've got more than that, though, haven't we? 20, 40. Oh, we have got more than that. So it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. So we've got 120 bedrooms. That's fine. We've only got 103 dwarves, so there's enough for a bedroom for every dwarf. Very exciting times indeed. Actually, do I want to put the doors on now? Before I forget to designate them as rooms? Ah, it's too late. I've started doing it. I've lost my mind. I've stopped following the formula. I've started making little mistakes that will inevitably lead to a catastrophic breakdown of fortress cohesion. But, you know, that's the way things go, isn't it? Sometimes you just can't avoid it. So, do we smooth the nobles' bedrooms? I'm not sure. Let's go to the dining hall. Oops-a-daisy. Someone's been taken by a fey mood. Oops, excuse me. Curly Fries has been possessed. Okay, let's zoom and follow and see what arises. Where are you, Curly Fries? We're not getting a follow here. Why are we not following you? There we go. Get yourself down to the workshops, claim something spicy, and make something cool for us. Go on. Give us a reason to keep going. He's claimed a mason's workshop. Interesting. Very interesting. Out he comes again. Let's follow him. It does appear, to be okay. Wait, oh shit, we're following the wrong guy. We're following the guy carrying the door. There we go. Following him now. That's it. Up you come. Into the workshop. Oh, not the workshop, sorry. He's going somewhere else. What's he going to get? Oh, just a random piece of yellow stone in another workshop. Brilliant. Very exciting. This is always disappointing when the first thing they get is a massive lump of stone that takes them forever to get back to the workshop. Very boring. Speaking of digging, did you get a load of iron? If I remember rightly, there was a hematite vein that I started digging out, right? There's no point watching this boy, he's going to take forever. Let's go down and see if we can find that hematite. That's cobaltite. So not particularly exciting. Where was the hematite? It's not here. Keep going. It was down in the 90 layers somewhere, wasn't it? Is this the place we found the hematite? That's gold. Keep going down. Oh, that's as far as that goes, is it? We have to go down the well shaft to find other mines. Okay. Actually, I'm below iron level, I think. Or am I? Ah, no, I think we found... Yes, there we found hematite on this level. So, we've still got some digging orders gone. I don't know why no one's done this one yet, but fingers crossed it works out. I'm also going to put in some orders to get rid of these gemstone veins, because, you know, why not? Get all the gems you can. Doesn't look like there's anything exciting up there. Hopefully they'll dig further down here. I'm also going to... Oh, hello. A couple more gems. There we go. Oh, and here. There we go. Any more I've missed, or am I getting too greedy? No, there's more shit here, but... Oh, bang! That looks like an ore rather than a gemstone, and that's not an ore. What about this? Is this an ore? That's an ore. Or a gemstone of some kind. Nothing down the end of the line. Let's do another regular digging line that just bisects the map like this one. I feel like we find more this way. There we go. Okay, back up to the surface. Now we've got our iron exploration going on well. How's the dining hall going? Oh, all nicely dug out. Very good. Very premium. And you know what? I'm going to designate smooth all this new dining hall area. See? Very clever move. Why is that scoundrel, I hear you ask? I don't know, I'm just making it up as I go along. So there we go, there's a nice smooth. And then I might also smooth... No, we'll move the furniture up and then we'll smooth the rest of it. A big old renovation job. And then we'll just spam tables in there like no tomorrow. Oh, the engraving's actually going on quite well. Should we take a peek at some of them? Let's have a look at this pink smooth vein wall. Ooh, a detailed purple spinel cluster. Engraved on the wall is a well-designed image of fire snakes by Col Colficon, the Grand Heathers, Zugobokbon. There we go, very nice, very exciting. Very bland, actually, now that I think about it. Just a couple of snakes on the wall.
Two snakes coming together over a black sun.
Excuse me, I got a little bit Conan for a second. Not the band. The film. Let's keep going down then. Let's have a look elsewhere in the fortress. I'm kind of, you may have noted, just skipping backwards and forwards here, not really sure of what I'm doing. We've got no momentum. Oh, the clothes industry though. There is some momentum available there. And then we can watch this guy who's come for another heavy boulder. Well done, sir. Well done. Now, clothes are specifically finished goods, if I remember rightly. So I'm going to put a stockpile for finished goods in here. And it's going to be a bit of a whopper. It's going to start there and finish there. Fantastic. Now if I go in here and set the settings, we should be able to just have clothes. Type chains, flasks, goblets, music. Okay, let's forbid it all. There we go. Forbid the stone clay. Forbid metal. Forbid gems. Do I want to forbid all the other materials? No, that'll be fine. Core quality, fine. Okay, type. So we come down here and I want footwear, headwear, handwear. Don't want armour. Don't want any of this crap. Legwear, yes please. Backpacks, quivers, and splints and crutches go in the hospital, so we don't want them. And that's good. That's all we want in there. Fantastic. So that should be where we end up putting all the clothes we make. Now, let's take a look at what we've got here. Constructing leather bag, not doing anything in particular. We could start making leather armour, but I don't want leather armour at the moment. Maybe we'll do that experiment later on. This guy is collecting and weaving thread into silk. That's perfectly good. The clothier's workshops are doing nothing, and the farmer's workshops are only shearing animals at the moment and not spinning thread, which is a bit annoying. Let's go into the manager and see if we can get them to spin thread. Spin thread. There we go, and make it perpetual order just to get rid of that kind of gubbins, all the raw fluff, wool, yarn, pigtails, all that kind of shit. Is that what that one? Is that just that one doing that? Oh no, I put that in the manager's workshop, didn't I? The farmer's workshop isn't actually doing anything. Have I got a make cheese order in as well? No, we want to milk animals and make cheese as well. So add milk. Nope. Milk animal. There we go. Perpetually until their udders bleed. And then we will go and add an order for cheese. Cheese, please. Thank you. Very good. Okay. So that should get our farm industry going a little bit. Then it's time to start putting in clothes orders. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new task. We're going to say start with cloth. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot of options here, and it's going to be difficult to get that many things into the workshops to make the things. So we'll start with shirts. What's a full set of clothes? Does anyone have a list of the full sets of clothes? The fort could use more wheelbarrows. That's true, actually. We could use more wheelbarrows. You're right. Let's make an order for them. JMQ wheelbarrows, and we will have wooden wheelbarrows. Of course, give me 50 of the bastards. Let's make things quick. Okay, where was I? Clothes. That was it. Making clothes. So make a cloth shirt. Alt W. Yeah, make it repeating order. Workflow constraints. Add a limit. Shirt of any material. That's what we want. Oh, shift enter for advanced. Hello. Okay, shirt. Okay, it's a little bit too... Can we make leather shirts? Leather clothes? That sounds interesting. This is too much for me. I'm going to cancel that and start again. Let's add constraints. Shirt of any cloth. Yeah. 5 to 10? No. I want a stock of 200 at any one time, so everybody can get new clothes. So I'm going to change the limits there, and we are going to say 100-200. Bang. There we go. So let's add a new task. Was it cloth shirts? Add a new task. Cloth trousers. That's the next one, right? Alt W. Yes. Okay, constraints. Cloth, that's fine. Change the range. 100-200. There we go. That's fantastic. Go back. Lovely. What next? Add a new task. socks? Does that give us a pair or just a single sock? We shall see. Do I need to put the order for 200, 400 socks? I'm assuming it's a pair, right? It doesn't make any sense for it to be a single sock. Who would want a single sock? Someone who'd lost a sock, presumably. 100-200. There we go. That's cool. Go back. What other socks do we have? What other clothes do we have? See, we've got tunics, coats, cloaks, trousers, caps, hoods, gloves, mittens. I'm going to go with... sod it. Let's just go the whole hog. We'll put everything we can in. Robe. Alt W. Yes. A. Any material. R. 100-200. Bang. There we go. Back again. So we've got shirts, trousers, socks, robes. And tunic. W. Yes. Add constraints. Any cloth. 100 to 500. There we go. I really should be making these out of any material, shouldn't I? But never mind. Never mind. We'll maybe do the same again in the next one with silk. Maybe. Right. Add cloth. There we go. Shirt, tunic, coat. Yep, I haven't done a coat yet. W. Yes. I want a constraint. I want the constraint to be 100, 200. Here we go. So, shirt, trousers, sock, robe, tunic, coat. Cloak. We haven't got cloak yet, have we? Nope, no cloaks. W. Yes. This is a little bit tedious, isn't it? A. Enter. R. There we go. So cloaks and trousers. We've got caps. Sure, cloth caps. Why not? There we go. And R, not Y. R. There we go. 100-200. 200. There we go. Back again. So we've got caps. Hoods. Sure, we'll make hoods. W, yes. I bet that's someone in chat there. I heard the sound effect for chat going off. I bet it's someone saying, "This is the wrong way to do it, scoundrel. You should really try a different method. The method I use is much superior, and here it is." And by the time I read it, I'll have done all this, and I'll be like, "Oh, okay. I'll go back and do it again." Oh. As you do. Can I add anything else? A hood, gloves? Don't need gloves so much. Shoes? I think we need leather shoes, right? Cloth shoes don't sound very effective. We're going to make shoes in the leatherworks. There we go. That's enough. We're getting all the cool clothes being made out of cloth. Add a new task. Can we make shoes? Shoes. Yes, we can. Leather shoes. Add a new task. No, not no. Oh, fuck. Alt W. That's it. There we go. Yes. Shift A. Enter. Shift R. 100 to 200. Now's a good time to look at chat quickly. Let's see what they were saying. Socks, shoes, lower body, upper body, gloves, outerwear, helm. We're going to have steel helms, so we won't need any of that. Not this time. I just want infinite capes. Infinite capes? I'm not sure we can have infinite, but we'll certainly get some. We've got leather shoes on the go. That's good. Let's add another clothing order. Armour, robes, shirts, tunics, coats, cloaks, leggings, trousers, caps, helms, hoods, gloves, mittens, low boots, high boots, shoes, shields, bucklers, leather bags, water skins, backpacks. Could start putting like orders for water skins and backpacks in, because dwarves do like having, don't they? Or are they purely a military thing? I don't know if they're just for your military dwarves or not. Okay, I'm going to leave the leather for now. We'll just do the leather shoes and that'll be fine. Is a robe like a sort of dressing gown kind of affair? Or like a smock or something? I don't know. Whatever. We've got leather shoes on the go. That's enough for now. There's a load of cloth stuff there. So do we start making silk stuff in here? I feel like we might want to. Farmers' workshops don't seem to be doing diddly squat. What can we do in here? Dye cloth. Let's do that. Just put it on repeat. See what happens. See if they actually end up dying anything. Yeah, let's go and put silk in this one then. If that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. Add a new task. Silk. There we go. And I think we want different stuff a bit, don't we? We don't. Let's go for shirts. Add a new task. We'll go with robes. Silk robes sound good. Silk socks? Nah. Silk tunic, I suppose. Be kind of cool. Coat, cloak. Silk cloak doesn't sound very useful. Silk trousers sound a bit. Silk caps. You know what? I think silk robes and shirts are about as far as I want to go. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Maybe silk hoods? Nah, we'll stick with this. We'll stick with what we've got. The silk stuff's not as important. Yarn. Is there anything interesting we can make from yarn that we can't make from anything else? No. Nothing at all. I don't know how much yarn we've got, but we'll see. I do need to make those repeat orders, don't I? Alt-W, yes. Add a criteria, yes please. And then change the range. 100-200. And then we need to do the same again for the silk robe. Alt-W, yes. Shift A, enter, Shift R, delete, 100-200, bang. Okay, I think my clothing industry is now set up to my satisfaction. I think we're good there. Wait, do you still need bags? We've made a lot of leather bags, I think. We've been churning them out, and the only other thing we're making out of leather at the moment is shoes. Is there any leather armour that we can put underneath the steel armour? Is there anything like that that would be good? Maybe we could make some special premium like uniforms for the military as well, rather than just giving them the steel armour. Let's actually make them some like underclothes and everything as well. Once things have started working, we've already got clothes makers in the workshop, so that's exciting. We'll see how it turns out. Maybe I should save as well, because I'm feeling a little bit nervous about how long we've gone since the last save, and I don't know if I want to lose all the progress. What do we reckon? Is it sensible? Let's go check out the surface. It looks like the traders are leaving. They've stepped out of the thing. Yeah, they're leaving. That's fine. Do I want to dig out a secondary barracks yet? Oh, we were going to use this place, weren't we? We were going to use this for a wrestler's barracks. Let's build some beds in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, can't place a bed there apparently. There we go. Oh, you can't do it at the bottom of the screen. It never detects the lower third properly when you're using the mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8, and then we'll put one there and one there for a bit of symmetry. And then they don't need any weapon stands or armor racks because they're solely going to be wrestlers, and that's what I want them to train. So we may even make their uniform nudity. Could we do that? Make naked dwarven wrestlers with nothing but their beards for protection, a la sometimes regular panzer beard? Could be the case. Leather shirts and leggings might work underneath the armour, you reckon? Leather shirts and leggings. We'll give it a go. Give it a go. Let's go back down to the textile zone. Where was that? It's down one from here. Look at him still hauling his shit. He's giving it a go. He's got some bars of some kind. Oh, he's begun his mysterious construction. That's well timed. So let's go down here. Take a look at the leather workshop. Leather shoes. Don't just want leather shoes. I would like shirts. But I only want to keep a stockpile of 10 of those. So let's not get too excited. Alt-W. Yes. Shift A. Any leather. 5 to 10's fine. Escape. And let's add what's the other one? Leggings. Leggings. Leather leggings. Actually, we've got chain leggings. Can we wear leather leggings underneath chain? I fear naked dwarf wrestling may be way too spicy for Twitch. Well, we'll see what happens, Plutonium Jesus. Let's hope they don't bring the ban hammer down. But, you know, if naked dwarves start wrestling, who am I to deny the commentary that should flow from that? Okay, Leather leggings and shirts. Fantastic. And by the way, thanks for joining us again, Plutonium Jesus. Welcome back. You could do that, but why won't they get upset? Wouldn't they get upset about being naked? Yes, they might, but we are cheating the blues away, so maybe it won't matter. You can have them practice naked wrestling on a stage so the lady dwarves can watch. Well, buttermut squash. I mean, it's 2020, or at least it's 428. It's not just male dwarves who wrestle now. It's female dwarves as well, so, you know, it's going to be a mixed wrestling squad. Very exciting. Mixed wrestling doesn't sound like it's going to fly in a lot of places. Some people are going to be a bit upset about that. Especially with how many different body parts could come into play in the right distributions. Exactly. It's going to be quite the show. I know I've told this story before, but I once went to Amsterdam, and as we walked through the red light district along the canal, a man came up to me outside of a sex club and said to me and my girlfriend, "Hey, come inside, take a look at a sexy show for lovers." And I was like, every other person who's spoken to me in this country has had a perfect English accent. I think you're putting that on. I think you're playing the comedy Dutchman in order to try and drum up some business for your sexy show for lovers. I don't think that's sex. I don't. Do you? It's like. I don't know. I don't think watching a sex show is something I'd want to do with anybody else, let alone, you know. No. Anyway, where were we?
Curly Fries Litastodoc Mason, Mason, has created Berylbisol Umbril Sashas, an orthoclase floodgate. She claims it as a family heirloom.
That's a little bit boring, but we'll have a look at it anyway. It might have some interesting flourishes on it.
Bastion pieces, The Pines of Rushing.
Ooh. Intriguing.
This is an orthoclase floodgate. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is studded with sterling silver and encircled with bands of cushion orthoclase cabochons. On the item is an image of 2 giant giraffes in graphite.
Very bland. Not that excited about that one. Although, hang on, let's look at the price again. 13 grand. It's not chump change. Equally, not particularly exciting. Depends on how they wear the socks, that's true. If they do it Red Hot Chili Peppers style, that's going to prevent some of the more egregious transgressions from the old mixed wrestling. Then again, honestly, if you're attending a mixed wrestling tournament, that's probably the impetus of the entire thing, right? It's, you know, it's not like a sporting event. Let's unpause and stop talking about mixed wrestling because this is getting a little bit spicy. A little bit too sexual, if you will. We've gone to the pink place, and we've gone too hard and too fast. Too deep. How are those anvils coming along? It doesn't look like anyone's melting them. Oh, because I haven't set the stockpile. Oh no, I have set it to auto melt. Interesting. Very interesting. I should probably remove clothing from this stockpile as well, now that we've got the actual stockpile set up for it. So I'm going to go into finished goods. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to remove armour. We don't want that there. Footwear, headwear, handwear. We'll keep the jewellery and whatnot in there. That's all bullshit. Legwear. Do I want backpacks, quivers, splints and crutches? Yeah, sure. That's cool. Okay, one more step before I think I'm going to take a break. We've been going for 1 hour and 3/4. We'll go on for a little bit longer than that. Maybe get up to 2 hours. And then I'm going to have a little break. But before we do that, I want to come here and build that library I was supposed to do. BD. Here we go. Doors on. Now, bookcases. Bookcases. What's a bookcase when it's at home? Does anyone see it? That's true. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad people like my voice when I read the descriptions. I enjoy reading like that. Although eventually, doing it too often, you will give yourself a bit of a hoarse throat, but that's fine. Horses have magnificent throats. Okay, so I'm going to put a bookcase there, and I'm going to put a bookcase there, and a bookcase there, and a bookcase there, and then a bookcase there, and a bookcase there, and a bookcase here, and a bookcase here, and a bookcase here, and a bookcase here. There we go. Let's also chuck some tables in around the edge. Go over here. better. I don't need a table. I want chairs now. There we go. Chairs in there. What else do they want in this room? Do I want cabinets? Do I want to put cabinets in there? I may as well. What's the worst that could happen? Cabinets F. There we go. And I'm going to put cabinets. There? Wait, no, that's not symmetrical at all. No, stop it. Actually, let's just put cabinets along the back wall. That'll make it work. Provided we have enough. Yeah, we got plenty. There we go. Cabinets galore. I don't really know what they want in a book, in a library. In a book, what's it called? Book house? Book place? Book rental store. All good. Clothing could be the prize. Yeah, well, I think that I like the idea of them having to get their clothes off of their opponents. They've like Warhammer Slayers, except more focused on sartorial needs. Their enemies are going to be naked too. No, not when they get into actual fights. They're going to be charging in. We might give them some armour, but we'll see. I don't know if it will hamper their ability to wrestle. It might be a problem.
In the book house.
Right. Not there yet. Once they're in, we can do the old library designation and make it our first actual room. That'd be nice, isn't it? Yes, a library. That's what I was looking for. We also want a tavern. A tavern. Could I make a tavern freestanding outside? Yes, I could, answering my own question. We haven't really got the space for it. And traditionally, my outdoor taverns have been a bit meh. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a tunnel here. Right. Get this. Like that. Not like that. No, cancel that. And I will dig across here. There we go, into the stone area. Pop that there, and then we're going to have a nice big tavern in here. And I'm going to put bedrooms off the tavern because I'm feeling fruity. So there's the main drinking tavern. We'll put a little food stockpile off here. Little food and booze stockpile in there. Okay. And then I'm going to do a little corridor off here, like this. Boom, boom, boom. And there's going to be bedrooms off of it. Oh, figures. Do overhang there. Goodie. Right, then we've got a bedroom there. It's going to be like that. Like that. Lovely. And then, if I'm very clever, which I'm not really, we can use... where is it? GUI/Stamper. I am going to then highlight this. Bosh. And then, what do we do? Just paste it, I suppose. What was it again? E, B, enter? It's just enter. Okay. And these can be bedrooms for the tavern. Very exciting. Oh shit, of course they're not lined up properly. That would be fantastic if they were. Sucky bum bum. There we go. Okay, let's get out of that. And we'll put in a nice extension to the corridor that actually... Okay, that'll do. That's going to be our tavern. It's on the outside of the traps, so it's not too bad if anyone gets in there. But we'll hopefully be able to make it a nice enough place. I mean, that I may actually smooth before we put anything in there. Probably makes sense. Speaking of which, how's the smoothing going up here? Meh. Slowly, to say the least. Maybe I should put some of the new migrants to be smoothers and engravers. That might make sense. Oh shit, I never put my phone watching my own stream, so I don't get that cheeky free view. Oh my god, there's only 9 people watching Dwarf Fortress at the moment. Hopefully I've got more than half. That'd be nice. Unless there's someone else caught streaming, in which case, no. Watch them. Oh, it says 28 viewers here. Well, fuck your front page counting, Twitch. How dare you? How dare you mislead? 28 though, good number. I like it. And now I'm in, making it 29 with my cheeky little self. Okay, so where were we? I was going to check the smoothing out, and it's not going anywhere nearly as well as I hoped. So let's go into Therapist and spam a few lads who aren't doing anything else into that profession. So sort by nothing. Actually, let's sort by squad so we don't end up putting the military dwarves in there. There we go. Arrange by profession. There's the children and babies. We got any peasants? Like fuck, we've got peasants. Are these fishery workers? Fish cleaner, fish dissector. Yeah, okay, that is not your job anymore. Fishery worker. So we start at this one and go 2, 3, 4. 4 down. What do you do? Glassmaker. No, that's a protected profession. So we want you to turn off your fish-based nonsense. There we go. And then... Ooh, do we want to turn off his metal crafting? Yeah, sorry, you're in a whole new world of working now. You're going to be a stone detailer. A set of stone detailers. Oh, shit, my phone cable's giving me jip. Oh, fuck. Let's take that off the table. Put it where it will charge. Good? Charging? Fantastic. My kingdom for a proper phone charging cable. Actually, I'm getting to the point now where I'm thinking maybe it's actually my phone that's fucked. And maybe I should actually get hold of that other phone that was on the table. Foolish boy. Foolish boy. Okay, we've turned off all the non-exciting ones here, and so we need to turn on stone crafting for all my fishy boys. There we go. Not there. It's that one. There we go. And stone detailing? It wasn't stone crafting I wanted at all. It was just stone detailing, wasn't it? Detailing. Jesus Christ, scoundrel. Get on top of your language. Control it. Okay, there we go. They're in. They're sorted. Fantastic. Save time by just smoothing the spots for the furniture, and then you can smooth the rest later. I would do that, but I haven't decided where the furniture's going yet. Oh, they've dug it out nearly already. Pretty swell.
Pretty good times, huh?
I'm not seeing any military training. This is a bit of a problem. Let's have a little look and see what the deal is with the... Where's the... Not alerts. Schedule. No, that's wrong. Military schedule. There we go. So they're all training with a 6 minimum. There's 10 people in now, so I'm going to set them up for 10. I'm going to edit the order. I'm going to say 10, please. Shift enter done. C for copy. And then pasty, 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 pasty. You know what? I'm going to give them obsidian off. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say... where is it? Cancel order X. There we go. And then maybe... You know what? They work granite slate. We'll take fellsite off as well. Keep them happy. Constant training probably won't do them any good. So we'll just take off some of those. There we go. That's nice. That's very nice. Alright, now we turn this one into a barracks. Because we can. Oh, terribly sorry. I've left you on dwarf therapist, haven't I? Back over to fortress. Sorry, Tidy. I see you prompted me. I see you were there helping along. Ah, dear. Sorry, where was I? Yes, I was turning this room into a barracks. There we go. B for barracks. Not for the swift trades, but that's fine. There we go. We'll get another military squad going soon. Don't panic, everybody. It's going to be fine. Let's put some doors on these bad boys here. So, door, 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 door. Oh, need doors. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure there'll be some along in short order. It looks like our barrels and our anvils are not really getting moved. That's a slight problem. Can we use wheelbarrows to move food, I wonder? Oh shit, the food stockpiles are looking pretty full. In that case, we need to expand them. There we go, even bigger, and then the one for the cooked meals also needs to be expanded as well, which is nice. There we go, let's break that out a bit. All very exciting. All very exciting indeed. Okay. Up to the surface again. This is all good. We're just waiting for doors and beds. That'll be fine. Can't really designate it as a tavern just yet. I mean, I could pop some tables in there, couldn't I? Could start popping some tables in. Tell you what, let's get it smoothed first. Let's get it smoothed first. It's a lower priority than our dining hall, which is actually coming along nicely now. I think where they finished smoothing and engraving the offices, everybody's on deck now doing the job, so it's happening a lot quicker. They're not all spread out over the fortress. I want to keep our... oh, for fuck's sake. What's all this miasma about? What is dead on the floor? Has something died here? The farmer, miasma... I'm not seeing anything. Usually you'll find like a corpse or something like that, a dog corpse or something. Apparently not this time though. No interest. Or no interesting things, sorry. No interest. Ah, come on, smoothie boys. Smoothie. Masterpiece cave spider silk cloth. This is good. Our masterpiece clothing should be fancy. Also, I'm hoping it will lead to dwarves actually getting clothes. Can you check combat? I think Orc died. What? Oh! Orchimedes is fighting. The chief medical dwarf retches and vomits all over the place. Oh no. The herbalist punches the chief medical dwarf in the right lower leg with her right hand, bruising the muscle through the lamable trousers. The force twists the right knee, tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone, and tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone. A ligament has been bruised and the tendon has been bruised. Shit. Orchimedes. I think you may have gone nuts. That's a bit disappointing. Let's check the crime screen. How do we do that again? Z, justice, isn't it? There we go. Oh dear. What have we got here? Bone carver. No sentence pending. Deceased. Shit. Violation of production order. No, fuck that shit. He's not going to jail for that. Well, so far, Orchimedes' apparent crimes have not appeared, which is interesting. Okay. So, I think what we need to do is convict somebody, and I think it's got to be Unib, because it was definitely him who did it. I know he was possessed, but whatever. Where's Unib? If we keep going down, we'll see the one that's got loads of witnesses next to its name. Hello? No? Oh, there we go. Unib, the top choice. 13 witnesses. You've been convicted. And then the vandalism charge, it has to be... Oh, Stinthad. I keep looking at the top name. So it's Stinthad Geshundasol. Okay, we've got 2 prisons anyway, so we can pop them in, no problem. They can serve out their sentences, and hopefully they won't be hammered to death, which is a problem. I don't know, the herbalist seems to have gone pretty bonkers, doesn't he? Lost their mind. Oh shit, we penetrated another layer of cavern, didn't we? Ah, Jesus Christ, we better check that out. Actually, if I do Shift F1, that'll take us to the first cavern layer. And then we can go down into the next cavern layer. Thankfully past the cavern baffle, which I failed to trap. Holy shiznaz. Build. I want to put some cage traps in, just because they're great. They stop things. That's the key. They stop things. I'm going to put them before the weapon traps, just so we get an idea of what kind of things are coming through. Like a sample test bed. There we go. And now weapon traps. So I'm going to pop them there. Let's use good mechanisms. Oh, nice mica mechanism. Do I want to fill them with copper balls or glass stuff? How many glass blades have we got? Oh dear. I'm not seeing any. Large serrated green glass discs. 92. Oh yes. Enough for 9 traps. I love it. Here we go. Weapon. I would like a fancy firelight mechanism. And then we'll go back up to the top and find the old... oh, that's the wrong way. Where are they? There we go. Serrated green glass discs. Lovely. Right. Done. Weapon trap again. Down there. Let's find a fancy mechanism. Rhyolite. There we go. And then... serrated green glass discs. Where are you? Show yourselves, green glass discs, that you might be placed in my traps to spin and jab and gouge and cut. Sounds very goblin-esque, that, doesn't it? Rather than dwarfy. I apologise. Got a little bit cruel. Right. Granite mechanism. Lovely. Still no sign. There they are. Serrated green glass discs. Bang. Done. Another weapon trap in there just so we know how deep we're going.
Deepy, 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 deepy.
Oh. There we go. Mica mechanism. Up 2. Up from the bottom. Large serrated green glass discs. Bang. We're running out of mechanisms. I thought the limiting factor would be green glass discs, but it turns out no mechs. I'm going to leave that a second. I know we've got a weird arrangement of weapon traps coming in there, but it's fine. It's fine. Down a bit deeper. Ooh, gold and gems. Nice. More gold, more gold. And then we find the cavern layer here, which we penetrated rather abruptly. I'm a bit disappointed by the lack of an easy side-on entrance. I feel like I want to just... we go back up to the cavern buff. If I wall off this, I could do a little tunnel that comes off here and then breaks down to go into the cavern's side-on, which I think would be useful. So did no one treat the orc since he was the doctor? We should have more than one, actually. Let's go back up to see what's happening with Orchimedes. Where's the hospital? Where's my hobspipple? Oh, I forgot about these. Hopefully they'll get fitted out soon and we can actually connect them up to a lever. No wonder we're out of mechanisms. Okay, so very clearly I've not got a hotkey for the hospital, which is slightly worrying, but it is only one floor down from here. Who's in the beds? Let's have a look. We've got Meng, and that's it. I'm pretty sure Orchimedes is dead. We'll just do a little check. Just go to Dwarf Therapist, have a little look. Check to see if he's still there or if he has popped his clogs. Sort by nickname. Nickname. Has nickname. There we go. And we have 24 with nicknames. Base on Mars, Beardster. Let's read just to make sure it's 100% up to date. Base on Mars, Beardster, Binary, Can of Soda, Cooler, Curly Fries, Demon Blast, Dragon Man, Druid's Mead, Flipvine, Furryman, Japs 1285, Cupo 2, Claycree, Legs, Ocelot, Rando 303, Shazoo, Smiley, Soul Mask, Tidy, Zip, Sanctum, and Fuzzy Logic. It looks like you are dead, Orchimedes. Is he still in the chat or has he had to toddle off? It is a bit late. Let's wait for Orchimedes to request a specific dwarf if he wants to, because we have got a lot of unnamed dwarves. 85 in fact. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to find something to his tastes. If anyone else wants one, now is the time to ask, because we're just about to go into the break. So there may well be a short stoppage of actual Fortress play, but we'll see how it goes. We shall see how it goes. Ah, bollocks, I moved my phone. In my vanity and hubris, I went to check the view count, picked my phone up, and immediately wiggled the wire so it no longer charged. What a fuckwit. It wasn't me. Oh, says Fuzzy. Make sure you've got someone on diagnosis. Good idea. Let's sort our medical dwarves out, shall we? No longer sorted by nickname, sorted by nothing. We're looking just for the best of the best. We've got diagnosers. We've got no surgeons, interesting. Bone setters are good, suturers are good, and wound dressers are good. So, surgery really is the weak link. Everything else we're okay with. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my medical team and I'm going to remove their hauling labours. Just so they remain... You know what? I'm not going to remove their hauling labours. I'm just going to remove their other labours. Or am I? No, I'm not. I'm a coward. I'm going to leave them as they are just in case everything goes wrong. What a poor old wimpy boy. So, where was I looking next? Into the Dwarf Fortress again. Have a look around and just make sure things are looking okay. I'm expecting an incursion any moment now. We could probably put more doors on the tavern. They've probably been made, right? Yeah, they have. Look at that. That's quick. Door there, 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 door there. There we go. Those are all in nicely. You know what? I'm going to put a door in that storage room there. Yeah, that's cool. The first floor is fully doored. How exciting. The library looks like it's almost ready to be designated. Let's have a look. How are bookcases not the location for a library? sure. Is it a zone then? I for a zone? We'll see. We'll see. Let's go and see if we can make a zone. Bang. Pit pond. Meeting area. Animal training. Let's... I don't know. Activity zone. Let's, is it L? The zones? That's occupations. Shift L? No, that's things. I've forgotten how to do a tavern. L for locations, yeah. Just Axethunder. Okay. Nothing going on there. We could assign someone to be a messenger. I don't know if anyone wants to volunteer for that task. Surely if I click Control N, bookcase. Just the name, okay. Bookcase, there we go. So I can only remove the building. That's interesting. There's got to be some way of using the bookcase to turn it into a library, right? That doesn't make any sense otherwise. Is it a zone or is it a... Do I need to turn it into a meeting area or something? QR. QR. Nope. Not a sausage. We can make it a throne room or a study. But is that a library? Does that count? Maybe make it a throne room? Meeting area, says Tidy. What came first, the bookcase or the library? Good question. Or did they come into being at the same time? Meeting area. Sorry. Okay. Meeting area. M. Excellent. Assign location. Fantastic.
You have not designated any locations. Do it here. Locations such as taverns, temples, and libraries can be created from meeting area zones, dining rooms, and bedrooms. These larger associations of rooms can attract visitors from outside the fortress. You can manage occupations and more from location details or the main location lists.
Okay, let's add a location. We're going to make a library. And there we go, the laborious mansion is in. Fantastic. Which means, if I press L now, we should have a scholar option and a messenger. Fucking hell. Not going to assign a scholar yet. If someone reminds me after the break, then that's what we'll do. Hello, Sanctum Spirit Stone. You have arrived at possibly... Well, not the worst. The worst time to arrive is at the very end of the stream. But you've arrived right before the break, unfortunately. So you're going to be having to put up with a little bit of music and nothing. Are you useful, Tidy? I think so. I think so. Letting us know that was what I needed to do makes it a lot easier. And look at all the people flooding in. I tell you what, after the break, we'll find out who our smartest person is, or if someone wants to claim it regardless of their intelligence. You want to be a messenger, Tidy? Okay, you got it. Messenger. Oh, hello. Scholar messenger. Why is the... Okay, there we go. Messenger. Bang. Tidy, 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 where are you? Bang, you're the messenger. Suddenly it's all good. Scholar, we'll do scholar afterwards. A scholar afterwards. Boxes and bags. Oh, okay, what's boxes and bags and paper? So I should make a stockpile for paper, shouldn't I? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to make some boxes, some chests in there. Build container H. There we go. We're going to put them here. Coffer. Let's make almond wood chest. What was it again? Ah, shit, I should check that again. H. There we go. H. And there. Wood chests. Going to put some more here. Bang. Chests. Posh. Chestnut chests, larch chest, and persimmon chest. And then we'll do a couple of coffers. Nice coffer, rhyolite coffer, rhyolite coffer. Can we get another nice coffer up here? Ah, nice coffer, there we go. Good. Cool. And then we wanted a stockpile for parchment, didn't we? So P for stockpile. And I'm going to make that stockpile basically here. There we go. I've made it an animal stockpile, somewhat stupidly. So let's go in there and change the settings. Disable animals and find where it's going to be. Is it finished goods for paper? Sheets. Is that paper? Enable. Paper. Parchment. Brilliant. Fantastic. It's just what we wanted. Lovely. And then how many bins do we want on there? I'm going to whack a couple of bins in. Whatever. That will do. Fantastic. So we should end up with bins of parchment sheets and a fully functioning library. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's go into the L screen again. Writing material. Nothing in there yet, but we'll sort that out. We can probably make some paperwork. Paper makers, right? They're probably an option. The second location is the first location. Look, that's actual Axethunder, the whole fortress, and then we've got the laborious mansion, the library. Then we're going to set a tavern up, and then I think temples. Maybe the other way around. I'm not sure, but I've always wanted to make a decent volcano temple, and we've never really got something that cuts the mustard. So maybe once the fortress is a little bit more established, which is well underway, we'll make ourselves a nice little volcano temple to the volcano gods. Did he set messenger for Axethunder and then scholar for the library? No, I just did the messenger for Axethunder, not the scholar for the library. I thought the library was scholar and messenger. Also, when he first made the library, he read that he hadn't set a location yet. Now he has two. Huh? Oh yeah, no, sorry. That was again. That's that. Axethunder's the whole fortress. This is there. Oh, change restrictions. Citizens and long-term residents only. Yeah, I think that's the best one for the library because that's inside the walls. Yeah, citizens and long-term visitors only. Excellent. Cool. We won't put a scholar and a scribe in yet. Again, that's after the break, which is coming up imminently. I'm just sort of pottering around thinking, oh, I could do it now. I could do something else. How's the engraving going? Ah, all done. Fantastic. Or the smoothing, at least. Let's designate... Oh, traders. Not too bad. Smooth stone. Can I go into the hotkey? Yeah, I can. Baby, I'm so happy about that. Okay. Let's just do that first. That. There we go. And then shortly we will move all of the furniture out and make ourselves a lovely empty spot thingy. Actually, let's just put orders under everything. Fuck it. There we go. Do it down here too. Bosh, fantastic. That's that order put in. Anything else need doing urgently before I takey breaky? Don't take my break. My achy breaky break. No, that doesn't work at all. What are you talking about, scoundrel? Making absolutely no sense whatsoever. 3 items for trade. I'm just going to check to see if we've got any mandates. Nope. He's still not happy with his quarters. That's fine. We can sort that out. We can go and smooth the bedrooms as well. We'll just get the dining hall finished first, and then we'll do the bedrooms. The library's actually looking pretty swell. Although I now can't find it, obviously. Help me, Papag. There we go. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I like it. What are nest boxes doing in there, though? Why are they carrying... Oh, it's a book, apparently. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, and we've got parchment sheets as well. Didn't think we had any of that. We must have traded some or got some from dead people. Very exciting. Still got space in the graveyard? He says, unable to check properly. Okay, we're only 3 or 4 layers deep of corpses. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Fantastic. And food's coming along nicely. This is still not looking very busy. We still don't have soap, do we? That's another thing we need to do. It's alright though, because we've got like ash being made, and that's a vital part of soap. What's this? Copper pedestals. I'm not making too many pedestals, am I? How many pedestals are we making? What's the deal with the pedestals? Okay, it's currently not making them. Okay, it just wants 5 to We've got nowhere to really keep them, so they get stuck in there. Okay. Looks like either we've used up all of our ores, or they've gone into the iron, they've gone into the bins. Just going to quickly set some smelting orders. Yeah, all right, liaison. Ah! Okay, we'll do this after the break. I know I said we were going to do something with this, so it's you are the messenger for the whole fort, Tidy. You're the only one involved in doing it. There we go. Let's go back to here. No problem, TKR. You enjoy playing. Yeah, get yourself a nice little fortress together. Anyway, where was I? Yes, I was taking a break. Thank you for watching up until now. I'm going to be about 10-15 minutes. I'm actually going to eat 2 boiled eggs. Funnily enough. I don't know why you need to know that, but that's what I've got. Maybe one with a squirt of salad cream, and another with a little sprinkle of salt, I think. I'm going to make myself a hot drink. And I'm going to have a dirty smoke because I'm terrible. And then I'll be back after that. I will be in chat still, so if you've got any questions or you want to have a little discussion with me in the text form, feel free to put things forward. Also, as we're going into the second half and last half of the stream, maybe start thinking about people you might want to raid at the end, because I haven't seen Cupo tonight, and if he's not streaming, we'll need somebody else to raid. And it looks fairly slim pickings in the Dwarf Fortress category. Salford Sal is currently streaming. Hopefully they'll still be around afterwards and we'll be able to give them a little raid. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll be a few minutes. You might want to go and, I don't know, have a poo, make yourself a sandwich, have a drink, something like that. If you're hanging around, which would be nice, I'll see you after the break. And before then, you'll be able to listen to some music from my good friend Sinister Elements, which is on a random playlist, so I can't guarantee your favourite will turn up if you have one. I will see you all on the other side of the break. Thank you very much for watching up until now, and please excuse this dirty little commercial prompt. Oh my, how rude. How very rude. Anyway, see you on the other side. Bye.